Alrighty, so in this video we're gonna be rating the new Ultra Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta. This is gonna be, I think, kind of like a series in a way. Going forward, for every character that releases, I'm gonna do a video like this. What this video is basically gonna be doing is like 2 days after they release, you can kind of get a rundown of what impact they have on the meta, what negatively and positively, and also somewhat if it's worth summoning for them. Basically, that's what these videos are also going to be including with that. But yeah, we have first here Ultra Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta. I'm going to be doing Legend Broly by the time I'm pretty sure by the time this goes up it would be like a few hours. Legend Broly's will go up, but first we got Ultra Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta. A quick rundown of how he works. He basically is a ranged character. He ran on a whole bunch of teams: Fusion Warrior, God Ki, Saiyan, and he stopped movies. He has a whole bunch of teams, but he's primarily a blast character. He has much higher blast, which from what we've seen so far doesn't really seem to matter like at all, like when it comes to team building, because first of all, Broly's defense type, so you can still pair these together just nicely. And the third, it doesn't really, it really doesn't matter. Gogeta just does so much damage, it really doesn't matter. But basically what this guy is trying to do is basically just do damage everywhere. And when I mean everywhere, I mean literally everywhere, because his active skill does does damage the whole entire team. So, and his active skill just does so much damage, bro. It's so crazy. But yeah, but let's get into what he negatively impacted. So, characters that are going to be negatively impacted, meaning like who's going to get hurt and stuff like that. The first one I want to talk about is Legend Bardock. Alright, so Legend Bardock, he definitely is getting hurt from this. The reason for it, it's not because it's indestructible is like not useful. It's because of the way that the active skill works on Gogeta. So basically, if this guy gets caught with that active skill, your whole entire team is dead, because he does 100% of the damage that you do to a certain character to the rest of the team. And then a red character that's doing as much damage as Gogeta, you want to come into this guy to take hits, but Gogeta is doing so much damage that Bardock is going to make you lose a match if it comes down to timer, which unfortunately the meta seems to continue to be like that, and we'll get into that with Broly in the Broly video. But yeah, Bardock definitely took a hit. He's still really good. Like, I'm not saying he's like completely sucks now. He's still good. It's just he's not like the top 1-2 character he was right before the anniversary started. But I mean, we also were always missing that red that needed to be in the meta. You know what I mean? But now that there's that red, and the way this red works, it just hurts Bardock to an extent, because like you would switch in with Bardock even like back in the time before these reds, Buhan. You would take a hit with Buhan because you know you just wouldn't die, and the damage didn't matter really too much. But Gogeta is just doing so much damage with that active skill that you're just scared to switch in with Bardock, because he's gonna have the active skill just there, and if he's still comboing, he doesn't have to drop a combo. It's gonna go right onto him. So you just can't switch in this guy. You can't, if his active skill is there, you just can't switch. So it just kind of makes this guy useless until he uses the active skill. So yeah, that's where this happens with Bardock. He definitely gets hurt pretty bad, and it's gonna probably make a lot of people a little happy, but this guy was already falling off. But we have Ultra Goku. I mean, how are you gonna run this guy now? He's gonna take one blast will kill this character. Gogeta will kill this character with one blast. I like, it's crazy, like actually crazy. But yeah, one. I mean, KO guard still is good. I mean, of course, still good. That's a never-ending mechanic here. KO guard's still gonna be very valuable even throughout all these years. But yeah, man, I think this is really finally the end of the reign of Namek Goku. It was already kind of coming to the end before the Andy started, but I think really this is a nail in the coffin. I think he really is in his grave for now. But characters that also, due to Gogeta being out, definitely got impacted is actually going to be Ultra Trunks. And it's not because fully of Gogeta. This is going to be one of the things that Gogeta has done to the meta that made this one character specifically improve a crazy amount. Gogeta is making this hurting this character a lot because you compare Vegito very easily, and then Vegito is an amazing counter to Broly. So Vegito Resurgence just skyrocketed here. So, and Trunks doesn't really just have a good team. If you're going to run a green character with Goku Black, for example, because this guy's future, you're going to run Broly. So, he's basically just getting kicked off his own setup. The only setup where this guy would be on his own team is hybrids, and why would you run hybrids right now? There's no reason to. You know what I mean? So, it's like, this guy was basically one of the best characters in the game, but he definitely is getting hit really hard because now there's Legend Super Vegito, and he's just basically just getting kicked off his own team. Because like I would imagine his Sword of Hope can't even kill Broly most of the time, and before he can even get the Sword of Hope off, he's probably gonna die because even Gogeta will nuke the hell out of this character. But these are the characters. I mean, there's a few other yellows. I mean, this guy as well. I mean, he's not really getting negatively impacted too much by Gogeta. It's more so that he just needs another third for GT. You know what I mean? If we get GT in part 2, I think we can see a big resurgence of this guy. But I think he's getting hit pretty hard just from not having like a crazy team. Oh yeah, and not to mention his best partner is a yellow, so that doesn't help him. But in terms of Ultra Gogeta though, I'm gonna give this guy, I'm gonna say that he actually positively impacts the meta more than negatively. Because this guy is just more of a damage dealing machine, and he just allows the meta to be a little more broad. You know what I mean? There's a lot more characters you can run. There's 13 now because these movies. He has a lot of broad tags. You know what I mean? Because like even the characters he hurts are still usable. You know what I mean? But I feel like with this Gogeta, he kind of just spread out the meta. Vegito gained more value. Saiyan characters like I think Nappa and Vegeta also gain a little value as well, and then Rose gaining a little bit of value. I think Gogeta's better than Rose, but honestly, I think it's kind of close, to be honest with you. But yeah, there's just I think he kind of just widened the meta, believe it or not. There's a lot more characters you can just use. But in terms of what a grade I'll give him and whether or not you should summon, he's definitely worth summoning for, man. This is the Part 1 Ultra. Never said that before. Part 1 Ultra. But he's definitely worth summoning for. He will provide so much value to a team. And I'm gonna give him a grade on how much he impacts the meta negatively, and I'll give it like a B, because he doesn't really impact it negatively, but positively I'll give it an A. Like he definitely brings some value to any account, and just he's not super toxic. You know what I mean? He's not doing anything so immensely crazy besides the active skill. The active skill is crazy, but he's not doing anything immensely crazy to the point where the game feels unplayable. You know what I mean? So yeah, but I think if you want this guy, just summon for him. I'll explain more about Broly, so you can just wait until that video if you're still gonna wait to summon. But yeah, I think this guy's worth it, and overall, as a character and what he's doing, I'll give him an A+. He's one of the best characters in the game. I think he's up there for like 1, 2, 3, top 3, 100%. But yeah, Gogeta Blue, an amazing character, impacting the meta crazily. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys on the next one, man. Peace.